Hey guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Ankush here from Alif Consulting. Welcome back in our Microsoft New Partner Program video series. In this video, we are going to talk about solution partners for all the Azure areas. In this video, we will be going to cover all the three Microsoft new competencies under the Microsoft Azure areas. Well, here is the agenda for this video. So we will be going to have the basic understanding with this new competencies. What are the benefits? What are the requirement? Consideration for solution partners. How you can upgrade your existing competencies. What are the benefits you will be going to get by getting the specialization in that area? And then what are the technical requirement is there? We are going to talk about all of them. Well, let's quickly jump to the introduction. So Microsoft introduced the solution partner designation on the Microsoft Cloud in the 6 areas aligned to how Microsoft go to the market. By attaining the solution areas designations, you can demonstrate your organization capabilities in delivering the customer success in the solution area. This new model provide two qualifying level. First is the solutions partner and the second one is the specialist and expert. As a solution partner for Azure infrastructure, data, AI, app modernization, and digital innovation, you will demonstrate your broad capability to help your customers accelerate the migration of key infrastructure, accelerate or building the data and AI solution, accelerate and building the solution on app innovation and digital workloads to Microsoft Azure. Becoming a solution partner for all of those three areas like infrastructure, data and AI, and app modernization or innovation, giving customer a way to identify you as a partner that has a both the commitment to train and accreditations has deliver solution that lead to the customer success. So again, Microsoft these have introduced, as we know, like Microsoft have introduced the new 6 designation. All of these designations are basically have their own areas of the work, and the same way there is the other partner solution partners like the infrastructure, data, and AI, app modernization, and digital innovation. So that's where this help customer to achieve their goals. This help customer to give the required training, because when you having these competency for the Microsoft, this helps your customers to gain the access on you being as a partner, where you showcase your capabilities by migrating or running their workloads on Azure cloud. What are the benefits, right? So Microsoft is investing more in you. Microsoft want to help you grow your business and reward you for the success and growth you achieve and your continued commitment to our partnership, right? So what is the motive behind investing in the partner from the Microsoft side? Because if partner is going to get success, customer is going to get success, right? If customer is going to get success, definitely Microsoft is going to get a lot of benefit financially from the customer. Microsoft is making this investment to help the partners with encourage business development, increasing the customer reach, expanding skill training and enablement, right? So these are the some of the benefits you will be going to get the part as a partner, which Microsoft is going to make all the investments. Now there is some of the important dates. So if you are running with your legacy competencies, keep that renewed before September 30, 2022, because if you are not renewing it by October 3rd, 2022, you will be automatically moved to the newer partner competencies, and legacy competencies are no longer valid. But partner can retain their legacy benefit based on their competency held on September 30, 2022. So make sure if you still want to use the legacy competencies for of next 1 year till October 2023, go ahead and renew your legacy competency before September 30, 2022. Else on a 3rd October 2022, you will be automatically moved to the newer partner competency. Now, what are the requirements, right? So, as a solution partner for infrastructure, data and AI, or digital and app innovation, you demonstrate your broad capability to deliver the solution with Microsoft M365, Power BI, Azure Cloud, data and AI, right? These categories make up the framework of the solution partner designation, and the categories are performance, skilling, and customer success. To attain a solution partner designation, you need to earn a minimum 70 points out of 100 that are available, right? So all of the as a solution partner for infrastructure on Azure, data and AI, or app and digital innovations, there is a three categories like the performance, skilling, and the customer success. We will be going to talk more about these technical requirements or these technical categories in our upcoming slides. So all of these have their maximum number assigned. Like in a performance you get 30 points, in a skilling you get 40 points, and in a customer success you get 30 points, right? And all of these numbers can be achieved on a specific metrics. Those metrics has to be completed, and as soon as those metric has been completed, you will be automatically going to get these points. And these points are very important to gain this new partner designation, uh, right? In terms of Microsoft cloud areas like in infrastructure, data, AI, app innovation, or the digital transformation. Now the considerations, right? This is a very important thing. Who can consider themselves for the partner solution, right? First of all, let's talk about data and AI. So if you are analyzing existing workload, generating the schema models, and performing extract transformation load operation to migrate the data to cloud-based data warehouse and enable the cloud-based analytics solutions. Second, if you are doing planning and delivering tailored Microsoft Analytics solution using the Azure Synapse Analytics, Data Lake, Data Factory, and Data Brick. Third, enabling the customer adoption to AI and implementing the Azure solution for AI-powered app and machine learning lifecycle. If you are doing all of these three things under the data and AI, then you can consider yourself to as a solution partner for data and AI. For Azure, if you're designing, implementing, operating, and optimizing the customer infrastructure architecture, cost, and security, if you're migrating and modernizing the customer infrastructure on Azure for virtualized workload, including SAP and AVD environments, if you are doing onboarding and management of high performance computing workload in Azure, if you are doing management, governance, security, and DevOps on on-premise cloud and multi-cloud with Azure Arc, then you can consider yourself for solution partner on for Azure, right? At the same time, you have the digital and app innovation. So for this, for the digital and app innovation solution partner, if you are doing it migrating and developing the production web application workload, applying the DevOps and managing the app services in Azure, if you are doing managing production workload in the cloud using the container and managing the host Kubernetes environment in Azure. If you are doing implementing secure DevOps practice and driving the DevOps adoption while using the Azure and GitHub, then you can consider yourself for the solution partner for digital and app innovation. So all of these three areas have their own considerations. So you need to keep those considerations in mind. If you are doing all of these works, then you can consider yourself for that specific solution partner program. Now, how you can upgrade your existing competency, right? It's pretty much straightforward. If your legacy competency is cloud and cloud platform data center, then you can simply upgrade yourself for solution partner for infrastructure on Azure, and you will automatically get a new badge at the right side on the top. If your legacy competency is our app integration, data analytics, and data platform, then you can basically apply or you can upgrade your competency to solution partner for data and AI, and then you will be going to get your new badge at the right side in the middle. If your legacy competencies are application development, app integration, and DevOps, then you can basically upgrade your competency to solution partner for digital and app innovation on Azure. Once you do that, you will be going to get a new customer facing badge at the right side or the bottom. So that's how you can upgrade your existing competencies to the newer one, and you will be automatically going to get a new customer facing badge for those competencies. Now, specialization, it's a very important thing, because when you earning a specialization on that specific area, you will be going to gain a more benefit from the Microsoft, right? By earning a specializations aligned to the infrastructure solution areas, and you also gain the access to additional tools, resources, program. This additional benefit will continue to be available, like practicable in Azure impression workshops, and become a solution assessment provider to reach a new customer, support their strategic objects, and grow their business, accelerate existing customer opportunity while supporting your Azure practice with Azure migration and modernization program, which is a AMP. In the AMP, you can get a maximum uh, 50,000 K of funding from the Microsoft to do the app modernization, to do the data and AI, to do the migrations, right? So that's something, a benefit you will be going to get when you reach to that specialized level. Maximize your revenue opportunity with targeted financial incentives. So this is a something you will be going to get when you are when you achieve the specialization tag in particular areas. Once you attain the solution partner program or the designation and maintain your earned specialization starting in December 2022, you will also have access to incremental product benefit to further accelerate your business, including the greater access to Azure credit, additional product license to build, test, demo, pilot, and create proof of concept to showcase and sell your solution to customer, and cloud service subscription that are most relevant into the market today, right? So these are the benefits you are going to get. And one more important thing you need to keep in mind for all of this thing is only provided if you selected the optional new partner benefit program package, right? If you have selected the optional new partner program from from October 2022, then you will be only going to get these benefits, right? What are the technical requirements, right? So now we focused on what are the specialization area, what are the considerations, what are the benefits, how we can upgrade our competencies. Now we are going to talk about the solution technical requirements, which are very important to reach on those certain partner designation, right? To attain a solution partner designation, you must earn a minimum of 70 point and must have one or more point for each of the five metrics, right? It should be solution partner for Azure designation. It might be from a business application or the modern workspace. Now, what are these five categories are, right? So these five categories are performance category, scaling, and the customer success. In a scaling, you have a two level of certifications, which is intermediate certificates, and second one is the advanced. In the customer success, you have a two level of subcategories, users growth, and the deployment. Now, like Azure have a three separate associate solution area that have their own separate solution partner designation. These three areas are data and AI, digital and app innovation, and the infrastructure. And all of these three areas have a common requirement and the threshold for metrics in performance and the customer success category. Each of these area have their own certification requirement that define the metrics in the skill category, right? Now customer success and the performance can be remain same, but skilling category is definitely going to be have a different with this for these three areas, because these three areas have a different certifications at level of intermediate and the advanced. Now let's talk about the performance category first. The performance category is used to measure your organization ability to increase the customer base that is using the Azure service and the workload this category has a net customer add as a primary metric. So again, in a performance, Microsoft is going to measure your performance is based on how many net new customer you are adding to your into the partner portal. Now, net customer add is a define a number of qualifying workload added to the customer base during the trailing the 12-month of period. This metric use the revenue contribution by your organization on our workload. How the calculation is going to be happen, right? Net customer add is equal to total qualifying customer tenant in last month uh, minus qualifying the customer tenant 12 month ago. So it's going to calculate how many tenants you have a 12 month ago, and after that how many new tenants you have added into into the partner portal for a customer. Threshold to earn the maximum point. 3 net new customer added into the last 12 month provided you with the 30 point maximum point in this metric. So in last 12 months you need to make sure you should add at least 3 new customer to get the maximum 30 point in this metric, right? What are the scoping, right? What are the scoping is going to be there. Each qualifying net customer tenant add a worth of 10 point and up to 30 point maximum obtained from 3 customer added. If you are adding a 3 customer, you will be going to get a 30 point, right? But if you are adding a 1 customer or 2 customer, then you each customer is going to be have a 10 point for the tenant, right? What are the leasability criterias are? A customer tenant qualifies for this metric if Azure consumption revenue should be at least $1,000 for at least a one of the last 2 months, right? Means if your customer tenant is there but they are not having more than 1000 or less than 1000 USDs consumption, then you will not be eligible for these 30 points. You need to make sure your customer should be consumed more than $1,000 for at least one of the 2 months, right? So last 2 months when the revaluation is happening, they should have at least 1000 per month consumption on their Azure service. Which means if there is any customer who have a less than 1000 consumption for at least 2 months, they are not qualified and are not considered they are not qualified and consider as a lost customer for the current evaluation month. What are the leasable workload on Azure? All kind of workloads are leasable because this performance metrics only apply on Azure consumed revenue, right? So it's only going to be applied how much customer is using or how much customer is paying for their Azure services. What are the leasable association types are, right? So it can be a tier 1 or tier 2 CSP partner, it can be distal partner of record which is a depot, and it can be a partner admin link. So these are the three leasable areas which are leasable for this under the performance category. Now let's talk about the skilling, right? Skilling is the one of the factor where you get up points, right? To score points for intermediate certificate in Azure designation skill category, members of your organization must obtain any of these certificate listed below. Each certified individual can only count as a one for one point regardless of number of certificate is completed, right? So your team or your people working in organizations should complete all of these certificates to basically get the points, right? So if they are doing a data and AI, you can earn the points in intermediate certificate for any individual who have obtained any of the following certificate like Azure Data Administration Associate, AI Engineer Associate, Data Scientist Associate, Data Engineer Associate, and Data Analysis Associated. All of these certificates fall as an intermediate category for data and AI. For digital and app innovation, your Again, you can earn the point in intermediate certificate for every individual who have obtained any of the following certificate, and these certificates are Azure Developer Associate, Power Platform Developer Associate. And for the infrastructure, you can earn the points in the intermediate certificate for every individual who have obtained the following certificate, and these certificate are Azure Network Engineer Associate, Azure Stack Hub Operate Associate, or Windows Server Hybrid Administrator Associate. So these are the certificates which is fall under the intermediate categories. Now we are going to talk about the advanced categories. After you meet the previous mentioned prerequisites, the certificate mentioned below earn you point for the respective areas. For data and AI, you need to complete customer data platform specialization. You need to do Azure Data Cosmos developer specialization. So in data and AI, these two certifications need to be done in terms of advanced category. For digital and app innovation, you need to do Azure IoT developer specialization, Azure DevOps engineer expert, Power Platform Solution Architect Expert. So these are the three certificate is going to be fall under for data and app innovation for the advanced certification. For the infrastructure, you need to Azure Virtual Desktop Specialization and Azure for SAP Workload Specialization. So these two certificates are falling under the advanced category for the infrastructure category. Now, what is the score you will be going to get? How the scoring is happen? Each qualifying individual who fulfill the certificate requirement listed above is worth of 4 point, and for up to a 25. So if any of these certification has been completed by a one person, he will be going to get a 4 point for this certification, which means you can go up to 20 point at the each qualifying individual. Customer success, which is a very important part, because if you have onboarded your customer and you have migrated your customer, but you are not making sure like they grow their environment and their users should grow. If their users is not going to be grow, then you will not be going to get a certain benefits from the Microsoft under the customer success category. So the customer success category measure your ability to enable the growth into the use of Microsoft product or in the expansion of Microsoft Azure services and workload utilized by customer. There are two metrics in this category, users and the development. Now first is a users growth. This matrix is the customer success category, measure your ability to grow use and consumption of our qualifying product. You will earn the point for these metrics based on the growth shown in the Azure consumption revenue across all of your qualifying customer tenant, right? So how the users growth will be measured? Azure consumed revenue in last month's minus Azure consumed revenue for 12 months ago divided by Azure consumption revenue for 12 months ago, then multiply by 100. So this is the math formula which is will be applied to see the users growth. Threshold for earn the maximum point. How you can earn the maximum point with this users growth? To earn the maximum 20 point in this metric, you need to get 20% growth into the aggregated Azure consumed revenue for over the last 12 months. Scoring. Every 10% growth in a monthly consumption value is worth 10 point and can go up to 20 point obtained from the 20% growth. If there is the 10% growth on a monthly basis, then you will be going to get a 10 point. But if there is a 20% growth, then it will be going to go for the 20 points. What are the leasable criterias are, right? You need to have a minimum $1,000 revenue to qualify for the point in this metric. So your customer should have at least $1,000 consumption in each tenant for qualifying these points. What are the leasable workloads? All of the Azure workloads are leasable for this category. What are the leasable association type? It can be tier 1, tier 2 association. It can be deeper or it can be a at partner admin link. Now next is the deployment, right? So deployment is the one of the part fall under the customer success category. The deployment metric measure the total number of advanced Azure services represented in the Azure revenue over the last month. And Azure service is defined as a unique top level Azure workload indicated by the service level 2 data for the deployed tenant. How the calculation is happened? Deployment is equal to number of unique service level 2 service from the all customer tenant is deployed. So again, in the deployment part, Microsoft is going to say how many of the advanced services like the Power BI, AI, data related to the data, Kubernetes kind of things has been deployed into the customer tenant, right? So threshold to earn the maximum point, right? To earn the maximum 10 point in this metric, you need to get 5 qualified service deployed over the last 12 months. How the scoring is happen? For each leasable deployment service, get 2 point and can go up to 10 point obtain for the 5 services. If there is a one services or two services has been deployed, then you will be going to get a 2 or 4 points. If there is a 5 services has been deployed, advanced services has been deployed, then you can get maximum 10 points under this category. What are the leasable workloads are there? All Azure services are leasable except virtual machine and the virtual machine license, because these are the very basic need and customer always go for these services. So you need to make sure your customer should use app services, PaaS services, Kubernetes, container kind of things to get the point under the deployment. Now, what are the association types are there, right? So, tier 1, tier 2 partner are leasable plus deeper digital partner of record and the partner admin links are leasable association type for this metrics, right? The last one is data refresh. Performance and the customer success subcategories are typically refreshed by 10th of each month. So you need to make sure all of these metrics should be fulfilled before the 10th of each month. However, there may be additional minor data refresh throughout the month. Scaling subcategory are typically refreshed within a week post certification is completed, right? So these are the data refresh dates or which is happen when for all each categories under the customer success. Well, that's it in this video. I hope you like this video. If you like, please click on like and subscribe for more upcoming videos, and feel free to reach us if you have any questions. Thank you.